right, welcome back to the Charc Campaign as we continue this epic saga that spiraled, was covered, I don't know how many different rule sets. I think we've gone through Infamy, Lion Rampant, now we're into Hail Caesar. Yeah, I'll probably stick to those rules. Oh, and Oathmark too. I forgot I did that one too. How dare I? I need to play some more of those games. Not enough time in the day. Especially if you saw my little short video I put. I was getting ready to start the game and I went outside at 5 a.m. because I saw a huge limb had come down in my middle of my backyard, and I was like, ah! So trying to chainsaw when it's not 100,000 degrees here. I'm not sure what it is well, I guess in Celsius it would be like 37. It's been kind of brutal. Humidity's like insane, and yeah, and I'm pretty pale and pasty, so the UV index is off the chain too. So I'm staying inside, but these guys aren't. The Baron Levi Cummings, after he's pumped after his last victory defending his home barony, now he's counterattacked into Bournemoth to try to retake the lost barony. They lost several months ago, I think, in an infamy game. So that is going to be the feature of this battle. We're trying to retake that final, or not final, but that barony they lost, recapture it, take it back, and they're trying to take advantage of the command confusion after the completely undefeated previous Baron. Oh, I can't remember his name, of Swathford. He was killing everybody. I think he won like 6 games in a row. And finally lost one and lost his life. So it was like the double threat. He's gone. So now with the new Baron just finishing up getting anointed by the Duke, these forces of Aurelian trying to sneak in there and put a quick defeat on his doorstep, possibly killing him too, further disrupting the command and control of the Time Warden forces in the area. Once again, it's a new battlefield. We'll go over some features in a minute. I'm going to go really quick through the forces just so we can get to the killing as soon as possible. Sometimes these intros can get a little bit long, and I don't want to lose some of you guys. I want you to get, I know you're here for the battle, and so that's what we want to get to as quick as we can. It is a, what do we have, 14-foot by 5-foot battlefield, and 2 identical forces facing off against each other. Besides a little bit of a mix of some of the mercenary forces, but very similar. So that kind of, I don't have to worry about points at all because they're so close. We'll go ahead and show you a map of the region just that's involved in this battle, just so you can be aware of, you know, surroundings. Try to keep everybody in line of what's going on and updated on everything. Over here, the Time Wardens are going to be defending this province they captured months ago, trying to hold on to it. And of course, across the ways is the Aurelians. As you can see, the last attack, Walden crossed this small border crossing here and moved and tried to attack into Swathford and conquer that region. That would have cut off basically all this entire area. They were defeated, pushed back, and now we're getting a counterattack across the border, trying to take advantage of it while most of these forces are over back in Walden trying to get their chain of command all figured out and get their new Baron assigned and all the paperwork completed. Whatever they do to make it official that you get promoted. And that'll be it. So this will be once again the forces of Swathford attacking into Bournemoth, into the captured province. Going from left to right on the battlefield, most of the stuff's just here for looks. As you know, a river over here on the side, a little bit of town, shouldn't be a factor. This is basically a field battle. Little intersection there, and then we've got some hills, trees in the middle with a hill, and a bigger hill over here with more trees. And I just wanted to have basically a field battle that just wasn't completely a field, because I know the next game is going to be introducing a lot more cavalry. So that one's going to be wide open, which might look kind of boring, but it should be fun. And you want open for cavalry battles, especially after I'm going to want to reward myself after painting these 52 cavalry I'm about to paint after I get done with this battle. 4 divisions per side. A couple new features, you know, once again, just a little bit different from normal Hail Caesar. We've got that little bit of a fantasy spin on this. Got each side has 3 spellcasters operating together, functioning as a medium artillery piece, shooting that holy fire. We've got a giant on each side, kind of try to tweak their stats, fighting almost as a war beast, and they should be devastating. And then mercenary units on this side are basically similar as the last game, except we've added on, and I'm sorry about this green grass here, added on another pike unit over here to the forces of the Aurelians, and then orcs, which are awesome. They've been recruited from the mountains. The Broken Tusk tribe has joined the Timordan forces, and they're alongside the Immortals of Shubia. They're going to function basically as like an Insano warband with a lot of, and they're oversized too. There's 30 of them compared to 24, so they're going to get some benefits from just being a large unit. So that should be great. I'm looking forward to them slaughtering some people. Okay, still under strength cavalry units. I'm working on it. That'll be in the next game. I should have that all righted, and then I'll be at a good place to hold off on this painting these guys. And I think I'm going to go into ACW, back to that campaign again, and after this, and then I think I'm going to do some 6mm stuff after that. And I keep saying I'm going to do 6mm, so I'll love myself if I get that done. So like I mentioned, it's going to be a field battle. They're going to go until they break the other force. And it's just going to be a straight up, we don't like each other, we're going to stomp each other into the ground, and then we'll see how the forces or how the units I built out, if it balanced out all right, just by picking the stat lines and everything else. I'm going to try to connect using the Google link to the forces in the bottom of the description, so you can check that out. Hopefully I am successful and don't forget, and if not, I'll keep trying to work on that. I know Martin from Seventh Son does that a couple times, and it's kind of neat looking at his rules and stuff in the forces, and you can kind of do that on your own, so you don't have to miss on the action. And with that, we will get into turn 1. Aurelians are the attackers. They're going to be going first. And there are a couple additions. Just because the battlefield is wider than a 4x6, since we are 14 feet wide, I've expanded the unit continuity for orders to 6 inches, and the reroll ability for the commander is 24 inches. So we'll see if that's enough. Very disconnected last game just because of the width of this battlefield. So we'll see if it works, and we'll go from there. All right, see you in a minute, guys. All right, the Aurelians are going to start off here on their left flank with Sir Sanford Mackay. He's going to command. He's got a medium infantry, a heavy infantry with spear, and then a unit of bill and bow, and a unit of bill and crossbow. They are the 3rd division of this army. He's going to try to move them forward as fast as he can. He is in reroll range, so there he is right there with little feathers sticking out of his head. He's a posh little bugger. Oh, and I redid my math on my Celsius temperature it is here, and I apologize. It's about 32, upper 32.8, 33.1 or something like that, around that temperature. So yeah, it's not 100 degrees. It feels like it with the humidity, but that's where we're at. All right, here we go. Let's see if these guys can move forward. Level 7 general. They surge forward 2 moves, closing in on the Timordan position. That's good. That's a great start to the Aurelians. And I do have a quick, I would say sage advice, but I don't think I qualify as a sage in miniature wargaming. But I did have some instant karma the other day, I think yesterday. I had gone through a couple days ago, and I have millions of sprues over here like most of you guys do, and I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these sprues. My guys are painted, I'm all done. I got extra pieces, but I'm never gonna use them. Whatever, I threw them away, and I've felt a little bit better because I'd cleaned a little bit down here, even though it's a disaster still. And then while I was loading these guys on the table, I dropped one of my men-at-arms, and his head shot off, and I had no earthly idea where it went. And then suddenly I'm like, I need to repaint a replacement head for this guy. And then I try to find one. So I ended up going back through my garbage can, thankfully, which is just full of sprues. I'm not going through like leftover food and stuff. And found a sprue, repainted a head, put it back on, got it all, painted up to the same quality as the unit itself, so it looks good. And yeah, so I don't know what, maybe break them off and put, keep heads in bags when you're doing, I don't know what the or just keep or just have a massive box of sprues. So because you're gonna be like klutz like me, you're gonna snap off spears, you're gonna snap off stuff, and it's good to have spare parts. So being organized, maybe not the best thing in the world, and I'm done with that advice for the moment. Second division to the right of the Baron is Sir Seth Wiley. See him? He's got a little flag sticking out of his head. He has a unit of veteran heavy footmen, a unit of light infantry, and then of course he has the bill and bow and bill and crossbow combination. He's also going to try a divisional move and try to move kind of that way, catch the edge of the hill, and for some reason advance towards the Immortals of Shubia, which never seems like to be a good idea. And those orcs are over there salivating. I don't know if they've had their rabies shots. We'll find out. They fail. They are close enough to get the reroll from the Barons. They're going to go ahead and use that. Those gentlemen are pumped after they get the second command from their general. And they move forward 18 inches. 3 moves coming at you. Orcs are they're ready to put some more skulls. Their war priest is like, yeah, I got that guy. So I'm going to put that guy's head on my staff for Christmas. These guys are ready to eat some people. They're sick. The Immortals will probably join in on that crazy stuff. These guys are all lunatics. And they're going to be commanded by the Pasha. He's back. We haven't seen him since infamy battles. Lord Uhtred over here, the barbarian commander, commanding 4th Division with the new mercenary pike unit, of course the Berserkers of Odenheim, which are his people, and then Osmanian nomads out to the right. They're going to try to move forward as far as they can as well. He is a level 7 commander. Lord Uhtred got a little bit of anxiety on his first command since in this rule set. Freezes up. Maybe a little bit of too much mead last night. Not going anywhere. These guys are feeling unsupported. Baron Levi Cummings is going to shift his guys to the left, follow in behind these gentlemen, and we'll see what happens if they can pass a roll. He's level 8. The giant Grom, no problem stepping over that wall, no penalty, especially with that 3 die move they get there. That was a hell of a good roll by the Baron. He's got his foot knights here kind of moving across near the hugging the wall, supporting these gentlemen. His sorcerers are hidden behind the wall, kind of supporting Grom, and then he's just kind of trailing behind with his mounted knights and himself, and no longer in range to provide rerolls out to that side, but these guys aren't really built for going into rough terrain. They have to pick a direction. And if you can believe it, these spellcasters in range will be a long-range blast of holy fire against those veteran heavy foot of the Timordans across the way. Paying the -1 penalty for long range and the -1 penalty for partial cover because that wall is, and there's a bit of a hill involved too. So yeah, I think that's going to be 6s. Scores a hit on those veteran heavy footmen, needing a 5 to save against holy fire, which is capped at that level. Somehow they're able to build like a testudo or something, cram all their shields together, and blocked off that giant fireball, kind of explodes over the top of them. Good job, gentlemen. Way to go. All right, and that'll end turn 1 for the Aurelians. So we've got moving up here on the left, supported by the Baron. Giants moving into the wooded area. Spellcasters throwing balls of fire. These guys are straight up rocking it, moving forward, and the berserkers and their group in the 4th Division paralyzed by how the heck did I get given this command? All right, that's it. Time Warden, turn 1, coming at you. Start off with 4th Division. Pasha Hamza, he's reading from the good book of the night, just screaming at his guys, getting them fired up. Pikemen aren't quite at the same level of emotional insanity as these other 2 units, but he's going to order them forward as far as they can. They are in reroll range. Pasha, starting off slow, they begin to surge across the battlefield. Only one move right now, but the orcs of the Broken Tusk tribe, along with the Immortals, will be leading the savage attack at some point to these gentlemen. Pikemen are going to be holding off. They're going to be watching these guys, I got a feeling. But now they're going to be good. They're going to be attacking too. They all move forward in one divisional move, but I definitely would be thinking about moving to a supporting role because these guys are just so brutal in the offense. 3rd Division on the Timordan left flank. They're up in this defensive position on this ridge. They're going to watch this masterpiece disaster move forward. They're not going to move this turn, and they'll move into support once these guys probably get some headway. I'm going to roll over to 1st Division. They're going to move forward to engage their foes and get this battle on. Sir Rex Hewitt, who's been a veteran of many battles, will level 7 commander. Let's see what he can roll. Does have his reroll range. Gonna go for that reroll, see what he can do, baby. The gentleman surged forward 18 inches. Wow. If you never played these games before, I've never played War Master, which I guess what this is all based on, but like Black Powder and Hail Caesar. Yeah. You don't have to wait long for guys to get in the hand-to-hand range. Here they come. Light infantry and then veteran foot at the front. I was debating about throwing the light out to the side, but let's let them fight. They're backed up by the bill and bow, and the bill and crossbow units are right behind them. They will be firing as well at the end. We can do that at the end of their turn. Movement phase. 1st Division still has to try to move, but these guys are going to be in the thick of it real quick. Not a lot of space dividing these forces from each other. Wow. Alright, 1st Division, the new Baron. He is a level 8 commander. I think I'll do individual moves here just because these guys are all kind of a little bit different. Actually, take that back. We're going to do a divisional move diagonally this way and see what how far they can get. No reroll here, looking for an 8 or less. They're able to get one move off. The sorcerers move up to the edge of the wall, so they'll be able to hurl some fire. Knights move up behind them. The foot knights, they're trailed behind by the mounted knights, and then the Baron just kind of peeking around the corner. I can't remember what the hell any of their hill giants. I know I got Grom for one side, probably Ugh or something. I'll come up with something a little bit, or I might call them all different wrong names. Their giant moves forward the trees, just kind of knocking stuff down. Thankfully, I'm not going to have to chainsaw that battlefield. So shooting wise, we're going to have a bill and crossbow, bill and bow, and fireballs blasting away. Probably going to go after the medium infantry over here on the left. Try to punch a hole through their formation. All three of these range attacks will be over 12 inches. Not attacking heavy foot infantry to the front. These guys are medium foot, so they don't have, it's going to be easier to hit them than these gentlemen who are heavy infantry. Looks like they're needing 5. So we'll start off with the crossbows first. They do cap saves at 5 if they make contact. They're going to launch it at these gentlemen. They do score 1 hit on them. They're going to try to make a save of 5. Like a boss, they get their shields up there and block those incoming crossbow bolts. Next up, the Bill and Bow longbow is firing in. They do have that sharpshooter rule to reroll 1 miss. 3 shots, needing 5s to hit. They missed their sharpshooter roll. They do nail them twice, saving on 4s for those guys, I believe. Let me double check. Nope, they're 5 pluses anyway. They suffer 2 casualties, and now the Brotherhood of Sorcerers, the Priests of Soul, black calling down the holy fireballs, shooting across the battlefield, needing 5s to hit. 3 attacks. A fireball lands in Milwaukee, causing a riot. Not good, gentlemen. Terrible shooting. They look kind of like they hanging out those light infantry of James's back in the day. All right, so 2 casualties. They were able to weather the storm decently, and that will end turn 1. So, yay. Love the speed of this game. That is, you do maybe lose a little bit of the historically accurate because these guys are flying across the battlefield, but it is nice to be able to fly across the battlefield. All right, that's the end of that. We did a quick pan across the battlefield there, and round 2 coming at you. So starting off down here on the Aurelian left, we'll start off turn 2 with initiative charges. The medium infantry and the heavy spear infantry are going to charge into their opposing, I don't know, counterparts, I guess. Well, I guess, yeah, whatever. That's good enough for me. I did go back and edit after turn 1. I did miss a, when these guys are hit with holy fire, there should have been a disorder check. So I owe 1 for them, so. Oh well, I'll try to remember that and get so excited, just want to get things done. And okay, so they're going to move into contact, and we'll show you what that brutality looks like here in a second. It has begun! Mortal Kombat, baby. These guys will be trying to destroy each other here in a moment, the end of the movement phase. Haha, yes. All right, big hand-to-hand. 2 separate ones, each with 1 support right now. We'll see what that looks like after the end of this turn. That was, I might have messed up there. That was Sir Sanford McKay moving that last division forward. Here is Sir Seth Wiley and 2nd Division. Made a great move at the last turn. They have no reroll this time. They're gonna move closer to the Immortals and the Orcs for some reason. Well, we'll see if they can pass. Probably a smart move, not moving. All right, Lord Uhtred, in division number 4 down here with the Berserkers of Odenheim, gonna try to move forward. He is just way too hammered to get it together. Their whole right side is paralyzed here. They're having some command confusion. They probably saw those guys coming at them. And then your final move will be the 1st Division. They're going to try to... I'm going to think about this. We're going to move up and try to support this mess. Maybe they'll get lucky and the Giant can get in on the right side and help flank a little bit. So Baron Cummings is a level 8 and he does have his own reroll. They crawl forward 1 move. They're not close enough to support. They can definitely... I think they're about 8 inches, the Giant is, from the... being able to support on the right side there, that front unit of heavy spear. But nope, they won't be on this one. I don't think even their spellcasters can shoot at anybody. That'll end their movement phase for turn 2 for the Aurelians. We will do hand-to-hand. There's no missile shooting in range. And we'll go for it, starting off with the medium infantry against light infantry. Not the best. Aurelians be rolling 9 dice with their support behind them. hitting on 4s, while the Tymordans with their light infantry or light footmen will be attacking with their support. I'm doing 8 die. Medium foot also have tough fighter, rerolling 1 miss. Aurelians missed their tough fighter, but they get 5 hits on the Tymordans. Tymordans attacking back. Well, those boys are consistent, whether it's James or I commanding them. They can't hit crap. They hit 1. Alright, they'll do some saves here in a minute. I think the medium infantry are saving on 5s, the light infantry are saving on 6s. These light footmen suffer 4 casualties, making 1 save. Heavy infantry, medium infantry, to save that 1 hit. Oh yeah, they make it, baby. No extra casualties. They just have the 2 they had from previously by getting hit by arrows, I believe. And now we've got a -4 break test for the light infantry. Well, at least they didn't implode. They fall back disordered with supports. They're 6 inches back, and now we've got a little bit of a gap between them. We'll go on to combat number 2 as the veteran heavy footmen fight the heavy spear footmen. This will be 9 dice versus 9 dice. I think they both have tough fighter. Tymordans hit 4 of their 9 attacks. Aurelians will attack back now, needing the same number, needing 4s. Nobody wants to convert their tough fighter roll. Both tied up, 4-4. Both saving on 4s, rerolling 1 for stubborn. Tymordan veteran heavy footmen choke, take 4 casualties. They can't save any of those. Oh, Aurelians save like a boss. They take 1 casualty. That'll be a -3 defeat to the Tymordans that will do the break test. An entire Tymordan division is disordered and pushed back. Welcome to the battlefield, baby. They get driven back, and that'll end turn 2 for the Aurelians. And we will move on and see what these boys can do to make up for that disaster. Alright, 2nd Division, starting from right, going to the left. Sir Rex Hewitt, he's a little bit concerned with his troop quality. Not sure what he brought to the battlefield here. They were very ineffective, especially across the board, saves and attacks. He's going to hold everybody still this turn and then remove the disorder at the end of the turn. And try to, they will be doing some shooting from back here. But that's all they're going to do this turn. The Pasha, out of reroll range, is going to order his troops forward, and let's see if they can move. This insane old man is at a level 7 still, looking for that, looking for double 1s. If they can do it, they're going to try to hand-to-hand these guys. Oh, he pulls it out like a boss. Not quite double 1s, but close enough. Awesome. Pasha leads his troops forward 18 inches, closing in on their enemies. They'll be in initiative charge range for either side next turn. But yeah, that's awesome. 2nd Division can't sit back anymore. They're going to try to move forward. I'll show you them here in a second. It's actually a 3rd Division on the hill over here. They're going to try to sweep down the flank and support their inhuman buddies. See how far they can get. No reroll, level 7. Tymordans continue to flounder. These guys will hold still. They kind of like their little elevated spot, leaving these guys out to dry. Not good. Got some serious concerns by Sir Eric Wayne, the new Baron of Walden doesn't know where to go. This side's getting pushed back. The other side's kind of lagging a little bit. I'm going to try individual moves here. It does have his reroll. He's level 8. Because his knights can't go into the woods. So they're going to... he's going to order his foot knights up to that wall, and if they can, cross it after they pay the penalty, and then get behind these gentlemen and support them. He's going to go ahead and burn his reroll. This continues to fail in every aspect. Not going well on turn 2. Alright, so we'll go into the missile shooting phase as none of these guys can move. Bill and Crossbowmen going to launch their 3 crossbow shots over the top at these medium infantry. They'll be needing 5s to hit. Capping saves at 5, but their save is 5 anyway, so who cares? One hit, saving on 5s. They're going to be up to 3 casualties now. Now the Bill and Bow fire at the same medium infantry. They have marksman, or is it called sharpshooter? 3 rolling, 1 miss, no matter what it's called. One more hit on his medium foot, needing a 5 to save. They make the save. Beautiful. Now the priests of the sun god call down holy fire on these guys. Let's see if they can block this. 3 attacks, needing 5s to hit because it's over 12 inches. And they shoot one off into the field over there, which causes another ecological disaster. And that ends turn 2. Could have been worse, is all I could say for the Timordans. Aurelian's doing well, pushing on the on their left and struggling over here a little bit, but not terrible yet. If these guys can stay out of the battle and they can actually get their own forces moving, they could be victorious over this disaster. Probably the only way they could beat these gentlemen. And that's it. All right, moving on to turn 3. Hang in there. It's awesome. All right, starting off the Aurelian team, turn 3, excuse me. Sir Sanford McKay going to keep the pressure on, do an initiative charge right back into those gentlemen and re-engage. Oh, the melee is rejoined. They're going in again. Disorder has come off. I forgot to remove the tokens. It's come off the Timordans because at the end of their movement, or end of their turn, it came off. Next up, the Baron is going to try to do a group move or division move to move as far as they can. They're going to try to cross the wall and flank these guys if they can. See if it happens. Oh, now we're getting stupid. The Knights falling behind these guys. They got their spellcasters back there. The Baron and his Knights cross over the wall. So is the Grom, the Hill Giant, moving up the... Gonna move up the flank on these gentlemen. It's looking brutal. Alright, Sir Seth is gonna do initiative move and attack into the Immortals of Shubi in some kind of diamond formation. Try to maximize the impact and punch right through them. Not taking on everybody at once. Oh, a savage attack against the Immortals, who are gonna be pretty brutal. Veteran infantry leading in. One support to the right, one support to the rear, one support to the left. The Immortals are supported to their left and their right. Oh, the Pasha. I've got to decide later if the Pasha is going to throw himself in. And then you know the Knight has to counter that one, which could fall right into their trap. Alright, Lord Uhtred. Got to get off the start line here. See what happens. Well, they're able to get a little momentum going and they're moved forward 1 move. And you see the other massive hand-to-hand in the background. I don't think you can see. I think you can see parts of the other one, other side of the hill. Oh yeah, baby. All right, no missile. Well, maybe the spellcaster for the Aurelians can launch a ball of fire. Yeah, they're gonna throw a ball of holy fire at the opposing hill giant before he comes out of those woods. Try to put a dent in him. Over 12 inches. I don't think he really has any cover. He looks pretty well. Let me look from their angle. Yeah, he's pretty much wide open. That's a pretty cool shot, though. All right, let's put a dent in him before he puts a dent in you with that club. One hit on that beast. Let's see if we can save. It's capped at 5. Oh, he shakes it off like a beast. See what happens over here now. It goes into hand to hand. We'll do the first one, medium infantry against a light foot. I think it's, once again, it's going to be 9 dice against 8s. Everybody's hitting on 4s. Aurelians score 4 hits. Maybe left the door open because they rolled all the 1s and 2s. Light infantry attacking back with 8 dice with their support. Alright, they also score 4 hits. I don't think it's any tough. I mean, there's no. Yeah, neither of these units are stubborn, so it's going to be straight up saving throws. Probably rolling ball at once. It'll be fun. It's going to end up being a draw. They're going to stay locked in combat. Both units are shook. The light infantry now have 7 casualties. The medium footmen have 6. Oh, savage. Move over to this 9-on-9 combat between the 2 heavy footmen. Holy cow, the Aurelians come through with a home run. Even hit their tough fighter. 8 hits on those veteran Time Wardens. See if they can swing back and do the same. No, they decided to roll all the 1s in the world. 3 hits. Even with they missed a tough fighter as well. Alright, they both have stubborn, making all their saving throws. Aurelians are in fuego. They make every single one of those saves, taking no damage. Time Wardens trying to save from the world. Did you see that crap? They did make their stubborn, but everything else they missed. They take 7 hits. I don't know where they're going to be at. This is going to be horrible. At a minimum, it's going to be a -6 break test, which is always, yeah, that always goes well. They're now shook with 11 casualties. They're 1 away from that completely evaporation automatic because they have a stamina of 6. They're about to double it. But they got to do this -6 break test. They almost pulled it out. Break if shaken, so they're gonna break. Their supports, I think, or the bill and bow, are gonna fall back. They got destroyed. Oh. Alright, the bill and bow fall back disordered. These guys could follow up, but they're gonna go ahead and hold their ground. And the veteran footmen for the Time Wardens are destroyed as they flee the battlefield, what was left of them. Just too much, man. We'll move on over to the other fight. Alright, this one's going to be like chain of command, like dice rolls. A whole lot of dice coming in on this one. As the veteran heavy foot going against... They're charging. They'll get a +1 to hit against the Immortals of Shubia. Going to be a lot of dice being thrown here, as I said. It's going to be kind of close just because the clash value of the Immortals is a 9. The Orcs normally would support like crap, but they're a large unit, so they go up to 3. And the pikemen don't do too well going to their flanks. They're good if they're the focal point. Here come the Aurelians, hitting on 3s. With their tough fighter, they get 11 hits. This is going to be like take them home in a body bag time. Alright, Mortals hitting back, looking for 4s. They get 7 hits compared to the 11 they suffered. They are fanatics, the Immortals, so they will get a +1 to their save. Saving on 3s compared to other guys will be saving on 4s. But they both have stubborn too. Alright, the Immortals get hammered with 5 casualties. Let's see how the Aurelians do. The Immortals suffer 5 casualties. The veteran footmen suffer 1. Oh, -1 break test for the Immortals. And misspoke there. -3 break test, excuse me. Oh, -4, right? Yeah, they took 5 and took 1. My fault. Working on those math skills every day, baby. All 3 of those units fall back with their support, together. With they're all 3 of them disordered as well. I don't think the orcs know how to get disordered, but I'm going to follow the rules. They were born disordered. They don't know what to do with it. And I think that'll end turn 3 for the Eurylians, and we'll go into Time Morden turn 3. Alright, these guys got to try to get in the fight. 3rd Division going to try to run down their hill maximum speed to try to support the wavering Insano team up here. They won't be able to do anything because they're all disordered. Needing to beat a 7. Come on, Lucky. 2. Oh my gosh. The dice gods love the Eurylians and hate the Time Mordens this week. If they go right, it's going to be the ultimate disaster. Everybody loves the blunder table. Alright, let's see what these guys do. 1 dice of destiny. So that would have been 1 move into their left quarter, which would have put them into the woods, which they really can't go. They would have been disordered in there. So I kind of did the disordered would have come off at the end of the turn anyway. So it would have been like really negative. So I just kind of moved them kind of diagonally forward to the left a little bit, and they've kind of got their flank turned towards these guys. It's probably the best way you can kind of punish them for being a total screwball order, while still kind of sticking to the gist of what was rolled on the dice. So that's them. These guys are going to hold still and get their disordered off. And I got to figure out what to do down here. The Baron is going to try to do a headlong charge into these guys with his, going to do a divisional order, needing an 8 with the reroll. We'll call their hill giant for the Time Mordens Ulak. See if I can remember that one. Ulak goes in like a madman, charging into the heavy footmen, supported by the foot knights. The spellcaster and everyone else falls in behind back there, and the general, or the Baron, excuse me. So we got ourselves a massive hand-to-hand here. Our first giant going into combat with the big stick. See how this goes. Yeah, that's awesome. Good luck, boys. So we'll start off with a hand-to-hand. It was a draw last turn, so no one has the advantage. Everyone's hitting on 4s, or the 5s because they're shook. 1 second. Yeah, they're both hitting on 5s, so this could be difficult. Be 9 dice versus 8 for the Time Mordens. They're able to score 2 hits on those medium footmen. Footmen attacking back against the light infantry. They pull out 3 hits. They do miss their tough fighter. So it'll be 3 saves of 6 for the Time Mordens and 2 saves of 5 for the medium infantry. Light infantry double their stamina threshold and are destroyed. Still got a -3 break test for what would have been their supports, which are the bill and crossbow. Well, that was an absolutely atrocious result, as they go to a 0 on their break test, which they flee the battlefield. That means 3 of the 4 units in that division are destroyed, breaking the division. So the entire I think that was the 2nd division of the Time Morden defending army flees the battlefield, leaving 1st division here to try to hold off this horde. But they got friggin' the boy up to bat. He's gonna rock it, man. But Super Slugger's up to bat here, and he's gonna see if he can swat some of these guys into the next continent with that 14-foot long club. Ulak attacking downhill. 9 attacks from that beast mode. supported by the Foot Knights. I gotta see how many supports they offer him. He'll be hitting on 3s. These guys will be getting destroyed. He has two-handed weapons too, so they'll be capped at 5 on their saves. Foot Knights supporting 3, so 12 attacks by the Timordans against 10 by the Aurelians. Sir Sanford Mackay thinks the time is nigh. He joins the combat, throwing in 3 dice against Ulak. He's trying to get that cool points. Step into the Baron's command chair at some point here. The Timordan Baron is not going to reciprocate. He just got this job. Ulak with his tough fighter gets 11 hits. Oh, it's going to be brutal. Aurelians trying to take him out. They hit back with 10 hits. Not bad. It's time for saves. Timordan's saving on 4s. Aurelians on 5s. Ulak is a fanatic, so he saves, gets +1 to save until he's shaken. Takes 4 hits from those guys, 4 casualties on him. Let's see how these saves of 5 go. They take 6 casualties. It'll be a -2 break test. We also have to see if the knight is hit on a +3. Sir Sanford dodges a bullet by 1. He just misses that giant fist and tries to put him into the ground like a pothole. Now we got the break test. They fall back in good order in the face of Ulak's giant club. Oh, they are shook now, but no disordered. And that'll end turn 3, right? Yeah. We got some good fighting going on. We do have an entire division evaporate, so definitely favoring the forces from Aurelia right now. Making a good push to win back the lost province. Can they do it? I'd like to see the Berserkers get into combat. I mean, Orcs need to go too. We need to see some good fighting. Sanford Mackay is going to take advantage of Baron Cummings be right there and do some individual orders. I'm going to start off with this unit of a bill and crossbow. Have them move forward. Won't be enough. Got to use a reroll right away, baby. We're going to move to the heavy spear. We got to see if both units become disordered. The red dice will be the heavy spear and the blue dice will be the bill and crossbow. The medium infantry moved forward, an initiative move, so did they. The bill and bow. The bill and crossbow passed through. Both of them made their roll, so there's no disorder. They pass through, so they've got a rear support and a side support going in against Grom. The knight goes in again, testing his luck. Now the without a reroll anymore, now the Baron is going to try to move forward. Continue. They move forward 1 move and advancing along the flank. Oh, it's getting brutal. They're going to get pinned in here. It's going to be a hell of a good hand-to-hand. We'll go over here to the other side. We're going to get an initiative move from 2nd Division, but we'll go ahead and do Uhtred first. Lord Uhtred moves his men forward. The pikemen fall in behind the Berserkers of Odenheim to support him. Osmanian nomads are in javelin range of those heavy foot infantry. And then we got an initiative charge here, repeated the same last charge as the veteran heavy foot, re-engage the Immortals of Shubia. Alright, we'll go over to back to the left. See if we got any missile shooting. No, there's no missile shooting here. We'll go ahead and do the fight. Ulak versus the world. With Sir Sanford Mackay in there as well, throwing his die down. Once again, the Baron from Timordia decides not to join the combat. It's going to be 12 versus 16 over here with the favoring the Aurelians. They'll be hitting on 3s. We'll go ahead and roll them first. They do have Tough Fighter. They score 12 hits on Ulak. He'll be saving on 3s when the time is right. He's swinging now for the fences. Ulak might have left the door open there. Only 5 hits with this big club. He must have just pounded someone at the ground and got stuck. Probably. Put somebody like 3 feet in the ground and then got like the club got suctioned into the mud. Ulak saving on 3s. Come on, boss. He's going to take 3 casualties. I can't remember. I don't know what his stamina is, but now the pike and the bill and crossbow saving on 5s because of the two-handed weapons. It's a draw. Ulak's up to 7 wounds. He's got a stamina of 9, so he's still brutally going on. He's like not even slowing down. He will, once he gets shaken though, he loses that ability where he, what's it called? Hang on. He loses his fanatic, so he doesn't get that bonus to save anymore. He does have a valiant special ability too, so if he does fail a break test, he can re-roll it. But the bill and crossbows and the giant will go again next turn. She screwed up. These guys will throw their javelins at the heavy foot. They're on the flanks. I'm not sure. I can't remember if that's a bonus or not. Let me double check. No modifier. The Osmanian nomads have that mystical spears that kind of act like pilums, whatever. So they do a -1 save when these guys do it. They kind of a cloud of kind of irritating powder goes everywhere. And these guys have been around it their whole lives, eating spicy food. It doesn't bother them. So use your imagination. It happens in the first round of hand-to-hand, and it happens when they throw missiles at people. So they'll be hitting on 3s, and then those guys will be saving on 4s if they get any damage. And they won't be hitting on 3s, they'll be hitting on 4s. The scourge of the light infantry continues. They totally brick. Oh, sorry, they totally brick that. All right, go over the hand-to-hand. The Pasha is going to enter this combat. The Aurelian Knight not going for it. The Orcs are going to detach themselves from this combat and save themselves for the next one, just in case the Immortals crack. So it'll be 11 plus 3. They'll have 14 attacks hitting on 4s from the Immortals. Did forget to check if Sir Sanford Mackay was killed by Ulak. Ulak's club does crush down onto Sir Mackay. Let's see if he is killed or he is completely destroyed. Sir Sanford is completely decapitated by Ulak. He is destroyed. Replaced by a new leader, level 6. 14 against 16 over here, favoring the Aurelians. The Pasha is out front chewing on somebody's leg. The Orcs have detached themselves. They're just kind of like, good luck, buddy. We want to kill somebody because we're brand new. Veteran foot hitting on 3s. Good luck. "12 hits on the Immortals. They're not shaken yet, so they'll be saving on 3s. The Immortals strike back with 8, hitting their tough fighter. Oh, look at the wrong unit. Look at the Orcs. All right, here we go, baby. Let's do the Immortals saving first on 3s. They'll suffer 4 casualties. I think that'll push them to shaken. Heavy foot, trying to save on 4s. Oh, it's a draw. The Immortals. They're shook though now. Let's see if the Pasha is slain in that hand-to-hand. He takes an axe to the neck. Let's see if that stops him. Oh, the Pasha is cut in half. He is replaced by an acolyte. An acolyte kills without a weapon. Let's see if he can. Alright, level 6 leader now. That's going to slow him down. Well, as long as they stay in initiative moves, it won't. Alright, that'll end the turn. Oh, that turn at least. Turn 4. Switching over to be a lot of initiative moves for the Time Wardens. Wow, what a mess. Alright, baby. Let's do it. Alright, these medium infantry, heavy infantry, yeah, they're in the front quarter. They're going to charge those guys. So this whole front has just gone full insanity. Time Wardens charge the Osmanian nomads. The Orcs peel off and charge the Berserkers. They're going to be their rivals. Orcs are going to be unsupported, but the Berserkers will have the pikemen supporting them, which isn't the best. And also, what's his name? Uhtred has joined the combat against the Orcs. So, yeah, it's some serious hatred going on. This hand-to-hand will continue because it's, yes, it has to. And, yeah. And that's still going from last turn. So, what a mess. It's going to be awesome. The Mounted Knights have charged the medium infantry. And then the Baron has joined the hand-to-hand, which should be awesome. And the spellcasters have stepped out to the side. And they are going to shoot holy fire at Grom and try to burn him to little pieces. Drone feed over the battlefield from left to right. Time Warden left to right. See the hand-to-hand there. There's the Berserkers against the Orcs. This hand-to-hand continues from last turn. Cut through the woods. And then just a mess over here. Oh yeah. First things first will be the sorcerers, or sorry, the priests of soul. We'll try to flame this gentleman. Oh, starting off down here. Can't focus on them. Dang it! There they are. The priests of soul. They combine their powers to form something. They shoot a fireball at Grom. 3 dice. Meaning 4 is to hit. They hit him once, saving on 5s. Oh, Grom suffers a casualty. That's the end of the shooting phase. Let's get into hand-to-hand. Might as well stay down here. Ulak against the world. His sustain drops to 8. And he gets 3 supports, so 11 dice. The new replacement Knight Commander throws his weight in as level 6 leader, so they're going to get like 14 attacks. Everybody's hitting on 4 with Tough Fighter. Ulak hits 4 times. Alright, Time Warden, Bill and Crossbow attacking back. Aurelian's hit 7 times. Grom's not shook yet, so he's saving on 3s. Not Grom, it's Ulak. My fault. He takes 3 wounds. Probably shook now. 4 saves with... oh, they don't have stubborn, so that's it. They also take 3 casualties, and we've got ourselves another draw. What a mess. Alright, Ulak's at 10. He's shook. I think these guys are at 6, and they are also shook. And they could stay draw, but chance for the leader is hit. Let's see if he gets hit. There's no more joining combat. This is 2 destroyed. Oh, awesome. He doesn't die. He dodges Ulak's giant club. All right, let's go back to these knights with their Baron engaged against the medium foot, who are not supported. No, they're supported by Grom. The knights and their Baron will be hitting with attacking with 11 dice, needing 3s. They have tough fighter. The knights score 8 hits. The medium foot are still shook from earlier combat, so they're going to need 5s to hit. Medium foot score 5 hits. Knight's going to try to save all those, needing 4s. They're going to take 2 wounds. Now the medium foot need to save 8, needing 5s. They're going to take 7 casualties and implode. -5 break test for Grom. I should have tied him into the battle. I totally forgot about that. Rookie mistake. Good job, Steve. Right, Grom has Valiant. You can try again. Grom falls back disordered. The mounted knights take 2 casualties, and they're not going to move forward. They're going to hold their position with their foot knights. No point exposing themselves. All right, that's the end of that. Oh, and the medium infantry, of course, are destroyed. Moving over here to this nightmare for the Immortals of Shubia, going against 4 units. This was a draw last time, so it's going to be even. Immortals drop down to 6. The Pasha's replacement is in there. He's going to throw all 3 dice. So they're just going to get 11 attacks. They're going to be, the Aurelians are going to get a bunch more. Everybody's hitting on 4s. Everybody has tough fighter. Oh, I take that back. The Immortals are shook. They're hitting on 5s. With the fall of the Pasha, they're in trouble. They only get 1 hit. Here comes the veterans trying to chop into little pieces. The veterans hit 11 times. The Immortals, now that they're shook, are saving on 4s. The Immortals take 6 casualties. That's probably horrific. Veterans trying to save 1. The Immortals implode. The Kaldani pikemen have to take a -6 break test as they were supporting. The pikemen implode. The division implodes, but I'm fighting this Orcs versus Berserkers of Odenheim before they flee the battlefield. Orcs clash is 10. They have their wild fighters and they have tough fighter plus fanatic and stubborn. They're awesome. All right, here they go. Now they re-roll all their misses, which is phenomenal. And now they have tough fighter because they roll their 1 dice they haven't hit yet. They hit 10 times against the Berserkers. Berserkers have tough fighter and 2-handed weapons. Berserkers score 7 hits on the Orcs, who are fanatics, but their save is capped at 5 because of the 2-handed weapons. They take 4 casualties in the melee. Berserkers are fanatics, so they'll be saving on 3s. What a roll by the Berserkers. They win, they take 1 casualty. Orcs take 4. Berserker's going to win by 3. The Orcs are going to be vanquished. Technically, since that fight didn't even happen, Uhtred is not even... there's no chance to win him. That was just a fun fight. Just to see those two titanic forces chopping away at each other. Great job by the Berserkers. Osmanian nomads not supported against heavy foot. Good luck. Who've got 2 supports. Alright. Heavy foot needing 4s to hit with Tough Fighter. They score 7 hits. Nice job. Nomads attacking back, needing 4s to hit. Cal, what a great roll. 6 hits for them. Time Warden's gonna be making saves, but they get that what are they called? Oh, crap. Oh, the enchanted javelins they throw at the irritating cloud. Their saving throw on the first round goes up to 5s, but they do have stubborn. They take 4 casualties. Let's see what the nomads can do. They're basically in pajamas. Saving on a 6+. Good luck. The Osmanians take 7 casualties. They are shook now. Heavy foot, they take 4. I got a -3 break test for the nomads. Break is shaken. They're toast. Alright, they're gone off the battlefield. That ends turn 4 as the Time Wardens lose a 2nd division. The Aurelians did lose at least 1. Did they lose 1? Or 2. They lost their medium infantry and they lost the Osmanian nomads. And the other guys, they lost 3. So that was a pretty savage turn. This disaster continues, but we're going to get a ton of initiative moves here. And that should be completely and hideously bad. So, alright. Good stuff. Be right back. Turn 5 as the slaughter continues. Over here on the Aurelian left, they continued the hand-to-hand. They're going to continue that disaster, which was a draw. And also the Baron did an initiative move, led his troops in, and he's going to do hand-to-hand. So it's going to be knight on knight, mounted on mounted knight. It's going to be brutal. Both Barons are involved. Someone's going to die. Spellcasters also move forward in initiative move. They're going to hurl some holy fire. And Grom is going to sit that and try to get his disordered off. Alright, this disaster. The Berserkers of Odenheim initiative charged into the medium infantry. The veteran heavy infantry from the other division initiative charged into the flank of the medium infantry, and the Berserkers are supported by the mercenary pikes, while the heavy infantry is supported by these bill and bow here and those light infantry there. These bill and crossbow are out of the battle, but all of the other units are getting pulled in. Maybe one of those wouldn't, but that would be a really difficult shot across this entire battlefield to hit the one unit that's not getting pulled into it, because you can only have one side support and one rear support. They don't have a right support. So that's going to be an absolute nightmare. It's just a numbers game, really, as these guys, since they wiped out the other division, they're just overwhelmed, closed, and surrounded, and now systematic annihilation. But we'll see if the medium infantry can hold out against this absolute slaughter. I have to read the rules on the 2-on-1 thing and the flank attack and how many attacks the medium infantry actually get. Pumped! Let's see what happens. First things first, the priests from Aurelia are going to throw a fireball at these guys in cover, inside 12 inches, so just going to be 5s and 6s. One hit, gentlemen, saving on 5 or 6. Those guys get hit by that and they suffer 1 casualty. Now we'll go on to the hand-to-hand. Probably start with Ulak and his continuing battle. He's shaken now. He's fighting a unit that's also shook. And yeah, here we go. Both sides are going to be hitting on 5s due to being shaken. They're just getting exhausted from hitting on each other and watching their buddies get pounded by this Louisville slugger. The knight, the replacement knight, is in the combat, but if he gets killed again, he's can no longer. That can't be an option. I think it'd be a leader 5 then. Rillian scores 7 more hits on Grom. Grom attacking back. Oh, I keep saying Grom, but that was Ulak attacking back. He gets 5 hits, missed his tough fighter. Alright, so Ulak gonna have to make, I think, 7 saves. No longer has his that roll where he gets the extra bonus, a Fanatic one. So he's saving on 4s. He's gonna take 3 more casualties, taking him up to 10. His maximum's 18, so he's still in business. Knights, I mean the Bill and Crossbow probably can't. They can't compete with this attrition game. Alright, they're going to make their 5 saves of 5 versus 2-handed weapons. And they both take 3 more casualties, and it's a draw. Wow. Bill and Crossbow will be at 9, and I think Ulak will be at 10. Ulak will be at 13. Mounted Knight against Mounted Knight. Baron against Baron. Oh, and they countercharge, so it's a disaster. I just have to kind of put them there to show they were both going. It's just running out of real estate down in this mess. Alright, so everyone's going to be hitting on 3s. No supports for either one of them. And, yeah, and the Baron, so an extra 3 dice for each. Let me check this additional replacement knight was killed by Ulak. Oh, he's ducking and weaving. Alright, good job. He's surviving. Alright, let's add up all these dice here. Let's roll them all at once and see what happens. Both sides have tough fighter. A complete draw. Both sides get, I think, 9 hits on each other. Now we're saving on 4s. I'm all about the drawers today. The draws, sorry. Both of them take 4 casualties. Let's see if either Baron is slain. Holy cow, they're both hit. Let's see. First day in office. New Baron, Eric Gawain, is slain. Sword right through his face. Baron Levi Cummings is wounded. He's gonna live. Wow. That's a new record. That beat the that last British Prime Minister. Lasted about 6 seconds in office. This guy's in office for like 45 minutes. They'll be having another ceremony tomorrow. At least they didn't put everything away. They can just reuse all the party favors and tablecloths. Serve some leftovers and cold cuts. Hope they wash their hands. No C diff up in here. Alright, this medium infantry is completely hosed. I do 3 attacks to the flank, 3 attacks forward, and they're going to be hitting on 4s while everyone else is going to be hitting like on 1,000,000. Uhtred's throwing his dice in, and oh yeah, so is this guy. What's his name? Sir Rex Hewitt going in full steam too. Oh, the Rillians will be hitting on 3s, while the Timordans will be hitting on 5s, being attacked in the flank and not charging. Timordans are able to get 2 hits going forward and 3 hits to the side, to the flank. Here comes the counterattack. Both attackers score 9 hits for a total of 18. Oh, they're going to be saving on 5s anyway because they're medium infantry. Absolute slaughter. They take 14 casualties. That's going to kill them and their friends. Let's do the saves for the berserkers and for the medium infantry, both saving on 4s with stubborn. So a minus 12 break test. Yeah, I'm not going to bother rolling that. So this entire division will be destroyed. That'll be 3 of the 4 divisions destroyed for the Time Wardens. Eurylians are victorious. They have reconquered Bournemoth. They lost probably last year or the year before, so it's a huge party going to happen there. Be right back when we wrap this up. Great battle. I thought this was going to be awesome at first, but having the middle of the battlefield be a woods, but ended up being kind of a turd. I wasn't the most thrilled with it. It just turned into 2 separate battles, so I would have liked to have it all closer together, but I don't know. I was just kind of throwing things together. I thought it might work, but it obviously did not. So it'll fail on me there, but still, awesome game. I still love how fast it is, how bloody it is. It's not that complex. Even though the rule book's kind of huge, it's not as complicated as you think. There's some subtle nuances to the game, but it's pretty awesome. And it doesn't take a ton of time too. So it's you know, when I play with James or I play by myself, or you're playing with your friends or whatever, or at a club, it can go quick, and you don't have to like memorize where your pieces were and come back for the next, every night for the next 3 weeks to play a game. So yeah, so housekeeping wise, big victory for the Eurylians. They've taken back their province they lost forever. I think people we had killed, oh my gosh, who all died? Baron Eric Gawain, oh yeah, and the Pasha, both of them died for the Time Wardens. I think the Eurylians lost Sir Sanford Mackay, correct? Yeah, he was over here and got destroyed by Ulak. I was happy with the rules I made for the Giants. They weren't too powerful, so they just kind of stuck well. I loved the fight between sorry, I'm panning back to the right here. The fight between the orcs and the berserkers was amazing. That was a blast. You definitely can't give all the special rules to every unit, but it's when you do have the two, the biggest beasts on the battlefield go up against each other, and it's swinging back and forth with the dice rolls and the re-rolls and all the special rules. That's pretty cool. I might tweak a few things, but I doubt it. Next up is the 62 Cavalry. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. I picked up from the Sharp end, from Charc Practice, the campaign rules. I'm gonna make rules for my Narva campaign, and I've got to paint some more units for World War II as well. To play some Sharp Practice, and then after that, I'm going to be painting a ACW, expanding that so I can play with Hot Lead and Cold Steel. I want to have a small game of that and see if it's a good rule set before I start painting 6mm for next year's massive 6mm Battle of Perryville that James and I are going to do on the battlefield. So yeah, this is a great system. It's fun. It's for me, it's a blast because I was able to modify it to get a little spin of fantasy in it and still capture that, not lose that medieval feeling. Most of it's medieval combat, and yeah, it works really well, So awesome. I'm gonna try that link for the units. I'll probably fail miserably, but let's see if I can do it for the both unit rosters. And that's it. It's a Sunday today. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. Have a fantastic week. Keep doing what you're doing. I love the stuff you guys are posting, and thanks again for all your comments and thumbs up and anything else. This is just this is a blast for me, and then knowing that you guys are watching it, it kind of makes the game a lot more fun because feels like you guys are here with me, so it's pretty cool as hell. So that's great, and you don't have to breathe in all this dusty air down here and have an allergy attack. So you're safe at your house. All right, take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Well, hopefully I'll have a video out really quickly on these cavalry, but 62 cavalry all in a row. Never done it before. We're going to do it. It's going to be fun.